My name is Raymond Karchevsky, and I'm a living Christ. The title of this piece is Living Christ Stands Up to the Satanic Courts of Josephine County, Oregon, while Satanists sleep. It is time for living, freedom-loving, sovereign men and women, aware of the fraud of birth certification, which satanically transforms living entities into dead persons, and thus, through trickery and deceit, adjudicates them to be less than human. Goyim, merely property of the fictional state, conjured up by the very same living men who created the fictional system of government. Such fictional government, by creating its own fictional persons, illusions, dead entities, thereby enslave them for life if they cannot wake up and act. That applies to most of you. It is time to take back control over our country and expose the criminal fraud of the present fictional corrupt court, justice, and law enforcement system, which routinely arrests, jails, extorts, and controls the lives of such travelers who have the God-given right to travel on the highways without the requirement of a license. I should like to reprise for you the article, A Living Christ Stands Up to the Satanic Courts of Our Land. And I suggest that you read it as if your freedom depends upon it. For it does. You'll find it at arkenterprises.com/index 21.html # stands with a capital S. The court date of December 9th, 2019 has come and gone, and I, this living man, beyond the jurisdiction of the fictional courts of Satan, did not appear in court. I brought this issue of government and its fraud against the American people on the internet now for 17 years, going back to September the 5th, 2002. The courts of Josephine County, Oregon, do not follow their own law, Satan's law. And they do not recognize, or they rather do recognize, however, that they do not have jurisdiction over this living man, or any other living man who follows God's law. Do no harm, tell no lies. Yet they huff, and they puff, and they threaten to destroy such men. And they fail. For those who have retained their God given intelligence to know that they are not dead persons. Millions, billions of such ignorant subjects exist in this satanic, intellectually ruled, civilized world. They're called citizens by contract. You contract your freedom away with Satan, and you don't even know it. This is for all of you slave-minded, satanically mind-controlled victims who live at the mercy of such fictional boogeymen. You who are so brainwashed that you cannot see the truth behind your enslavement as citizens. You want to change your life? Want to change your world? Want a ticket out of hell? Rise up and demand that the satanic courts of Josephine County, Oregon, issue an arrest warrant for this living Christ and try him in open court, or admit that they have no jurisdiction over this living man, which they have already admitted to in 2 previous trials, O2CR 0617 and OC3R 0170. Yet they cowardly hide behind satanic judicial procedure, which scares the hell out of the average man who doesn't even know how they have become living, dead, zombified persons. That's life in civilized society. Most of you don't have a clue of what's going on. Let the living remind the dead how life is to be led.